How do I even introduce this one? Tumbling Doll of Flesh is a pseudo-SNUFF film directed by AV director Tamakachi Anaru. It starts off as an amateurish porn, typical POV kind of porn, and what I enjoy at the beginning is the behind-the-scene look at the Japanese AV industry, which is kind of a subject that fascinates me. We see an interview with the main actress, and the director is talking about what's her limit and if she's down for basically anything. And then we cut to an interview with the male actor, and basically same thing ensues. And then we follow them into the Japanese bang bus to their destination where they will be filming the infamous porn film. The first scene we see is a basic amateur porn scene where it's basically just regular sex. Now, even during the filming of the regular sex scene, we have this sense of dread. Now, I don't know if it's the soundtrack being composed only of the tape going through the camera, the infamousy of this film, or the fucking director's silly anime villain hair that just makes us feel uneasy. And then our cast of very colorful characters discuss next day's scene, which will be a light S&M scene. And this is where the film takes a fucking dark turn. This is what made me feel very uneasy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty used to these types of films at this point, and I've been hunting. In the community, we have this term called chasing the dragon, and it's a reference to heroin addicts who are looking for that first high. And this scene definitely felt like that for me. The actress does such a fucking wonderful job that you feel her discomfort of not really being down with what's happening in the scene, and she begs the director to stop at every moment, and he just keeps going on until the enema scene where she just breaks down in tears. And unless you are a fucking psychopath, I don't know how this scene doesn't make you hate fucking life. This was truly one of the worst scenes, in my personal opinion, that pushed my boundaries, so much so that for the first time in this entire series, I had to pause, take a break, go outside, smoke a cigarette, just do anything to prepare myself for the rest of the film. And this is what the extreme cinema community is about. Pushing your fucking boundaries. And honestly, don't be surprised if next week's review is a much lighter film, because I'm still getting over how fucked this scene made me feel. Unlike something like Muzani, where there is obviously comedic undertones, or, you know, Flower and Snake, which is a pretty fucked up movie, very similar to this film. At least that was shot beautifully, and it felt like a movie. This, due to the cinematography being basically shot on video, it makes it dirty. You do not feel like you should be watching this. And while I was outside, I just was like, fuck, please make this film a bit more fun to watch. Just something happens to make it feel less fucking painful. And as if the gods of Japanese filmmaking heard me, the next act of the film is where the directors goes bonker and kill our main actress, and the gore is so wonderfully made. The special effects is really the highlight of this film. One of my problem with that scene is, like a lot of these Japanese shot on video gore films like Guinea Pig, or even the American remake of Guinea Pig, is that the actress is not really feeling it. Either she's passed out or on some drugs. In this movie, she does wake up, she does look terrified. Again, she is one of the best actresses I've seen in one of these types of lo-fi Japanese film, and that was kind of a relief. But then she gets drugged, and it kind of goes back to that, you know, numb torture scene. But the tongue torture scene was, I freaked the fuck out. I had to hide in my shirt like a little kid watching a horror movie for the first time kudos to these special effects guys. They did a tremendous job. So, do I recommend this film? Absolutely. If you are into this type of cinema, you will enjoy it, and you've probably already seen it. It is one of the most infamous films from that genre, and it is worth every minute. It's out of print, but the DVD from Massacre Video is still, you can still find it cheap. I found it for 30 Canadian on eBay, and it is a pretty cool release. The subtitles are good. I know sometimes Massacre Video has problems with the subtitling, but this one, they come out good. What I enjoy about this film is that there is no soundtrack. The only music you hear is in the opening credits, the ending credits, and between scenes, kind of as scene transitions, and that makes it even more realistic and fucked up, as if you're really looking into the camera, the tapes of a serial killer. I feel like some of the scenes run on for a bit too long. I know the director of this was a AV director, but I feel like the first sex scene goes on a bit too long, like kind of cut to the chase. We know that's not why we're here. We're here for some of the fucked up parts, so might as well just have a little tension build up and then go to the fucked up parts. I think that sex scene was like 10-12 minutes long, which for a porno is okay, but for a film that's not really about the porn, it feels a bit tedious. A scene I won't spoil and I don't really want to discuss on YouTube, at the end while the actor is torturing the actress, bravo. Fucking bravo. What the fuck? How did you come up with that shit? Bravo. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So, Tumbling Doll of Flesh, highly recommended to any gorehound willing to push their boundaries. Thank you guys, see you next time.